Hello, and welcome to another wonderful cast by me, your host, your best friend, your president, Fish. And today we have a very high-level game we're looking at here. I think, if I read it correctly, is a top 8 masters for each player, or at least one of them anyway. We have in the bottom right corner, we have in the red trunks, the Protoss player, FrashQ from Team Circle of 9. Sweet logo, bro. And he has his pylon going. In the top left corner, in the blue trunks, we have the incomparable PwTelivolts from Team uh, um, Polished White Teeth, Pretty White Tiaras, something deadly looking. So it's like Pwned. I don't know. From Team PwT. So it looks like we're looking at a TVP today on map Coda LE. Alright, it looks like 2 minutes in. Neither player is electing the scout, which is a pretty good deal because nothing is really happening in the first 3 minutes of the game anyway. And it looks like neither player is going to cheese, so that's a good indicator there as well. It looks like FrashQ is opening one gas, so it looks like a pretty standard opening. It looks like he's just going to go a normal warp gate time there. But I'd be surprised not to see Oracles in this game, as Oracles is a fairly popular way to go against a Terran player. Since it's you can get it fairly early, you can do so much damage to SCVs, so much damage to Marines. Since they're both light units, they go down in a hurry. So let's see if that's going to happen anytime at all. And it looks like he's just getting his Cybernetics core down. Let's see if he gets Stargate after that. It looks like FrashQ might be looking to expand though. He is waiting to get those 400 minerals as soon as it comes up there, and lays it down. And, well, on the other side, Televolts is getting his command center. It looks like he's using it to wall off his base, just in case there's any 2-gate he's not prepared for. So it looks like a fairly economic opening for both sides here. A reactor going down for his barracks, so it looks like he's going for Marines rather than Reapers. Which I think a Reaper might have been a pretty good way to go, but it looks like neither player is going to do any kind of early game harass. SCV does poke in to see what happened in there. He does see second gas on the way, so he knows no heavy tech is going on the way. No GTs, nothing crazy like that. It looks like there's going to be no Oracles as well. Unless there's something sneaky out here, but it looks like nothing like that's going to happen. While on the other side, FrashQ has no idea what's going on at all. He hasn't sent a probe, soccer, zealot, nothing. So he has no idea what's going on, which is a little bit unusual, I think. Usually it's always a good idea for a player to react to what they're doing right here. So what he doesn't see is he has a third command center down, so he's going ultra conservative here. So he's getting super economic opening. So what he's most likely going to do is create an orbital command out of that and have a very big mule economy going on here to fuel his possibly a bio army. And it looks like a stalker did try and poke in a little bit, but if he's not careful, he's going to lose that stalker. But he does get away just in time. But FrashQ should win this tiny little skirmish right here. He does have the range to take out these Marines, so he can kite for days if he'd like. But he has to be careful with him. But it looks like he's ignoring his stalker right here. His 5 Marine army right here is going to take out this stalker. Maybe not. Gets him away just in time to save that stalker. Looks like the Terran player is going to take control of the vision in the middle of the map here. But it looks like 2 more Stalkers come out to reinforce the 1 Stalker to make a 3 Stalker force here and try to take out these 5 Marines, which it will most likely do here. Stalkers tank a lot more damage than Marines can do, and that range will just... they're just going to take them down one by one here. And 1 Marine does go down. Looks like he can get a second one. He does a little bit of damage to these Stalkers, but not enough. 3 Marines are remaining. He needs to run away those Marines and try to save what he has there. 3 Marines with 3 Stalkers. Stalkers will win every single time. And last guy does fall down. Body parts everywhere. Bobby's dead. He had family. He will be missed. He will be missed. And it looks like for our Terran player, we're still looking at, let's see, he has a factory gun out. Looks like he has a reactor attached to it, so it looks like he might be going Widow Mines or Hellbats, because that's pretty much all you can make out of them. But I'm assuming he's going to go Widow Mines, maybe do a little harass with them, and a little starport to make some medevacs, which is very important. Actually, he might just switch these two. Yes, he's going to lift that off. We've got to make reactors from those medevacs. Now, as I was saying before that little skirmish here, it's always a popular move for a Terran player to exploit the Protoss's mobility. Since their army is fairly slow, they're slow but powerful. They're fairly slow, so they can drop 4 days, get a few sea tanks up here maybe, or just drop in the mineral line over and over again, like in 3 drops at once. That usually take down a Protoss all at once right there. And it looks like he is going to do that. He's building 2 more barracks, so he's definitely going bio, not going mech at all. Has his second base definitely in production here. Bunker to protect it, and medevacs are coming out. Looks like he's going to do a drop right now. Looks like he's going through the left way. Unfortunately, it was scouted by the observer, but did he see it? I don't think so. I guess the real question for him is which direction he's going to drop from. And unfortunately for a Terran player, he's going to drop on this where there is absolutely no mining going on. So at best, he's going to take down this base, which would be a nice pickup. But he's not going to get any workers out of it. He's going to drop off his Marines here. And does he have stim? I believe he has stim here. And it looks like they're just going to walk past the probe and go straight for the mineral line, but unfortunately nothing there, so he pokes a little bit there onto the building, loses 1 Marine while he's on fire, and dies. Picks up his units real quick, and dips as quickly as possible, taking minimal damage from both sides here. And it looks like PwTelivolts is floating one of his bases to get his 3rd now, since his little harass didn't quite work, so he's just, it's time to expand again. So 3 base to 3 base, Protoss is finally getting some mining going on in this base right here. And both sides are deciding to macro up a little bit. Protoss is getting Storm ready, so High Templars, always a great move for a Protoss. Get those feedback off of these harassing medevacs right here. Especially if they're like high health, they can take them all down. Ooh, excuse me. Ugh. Ugh. Just burping all over the place. And it looks like a couple Widow Mines right here. It looks like it was dangerously close here. Doesn't get spotted yet. 2 Widow Mines are in a perfect position to do some damage to this army. The Marines just waltz right into the mineral line, see if he can take out a few probes. Does take out, I think, 3 or 4 probes. Doing a lot of damage to these probes. They're not moving out anywhere, so half the probe mineral line is gone. Widow Mines do a little bit of damage, but the final couple feedbacks do go down. I think he loses 1 medevac out of that. But the natural has been ravished. High Templar is warping in, does a few more feedback, a little bit more damage right here. So he's got to be really careful with these medevacs. A Stalker could take these down with just 1 shot, or even another feedback, a couple more feedbacks go down. More of these go down. Another one goes down. That was a huge loss from the Terran player. Didn't do so much the second time around, but he does get a lot of damage. Does do a lot of damage to the mineral line of his opponent's natural here. So he's really working on 2 bases right now. But I'm sure he's going to get that economy going right quick, so he will be back in it soon enough. Probe's still patrolling over here. And still lives. Fuck that probe. And looks like he has a small contingency of probes going into the right side here, while on the top side over here, we're doing a little damage here. Looks like he put a few more pylons in the top right corner to do a little harass himself. Does deny some mining time on Protoss III. Takes out a few more probes as well, going for the natural again, but unfortunately a giant army waiting for him, so he's going to go back to the third. High Templar over here going to do a feedback, do a lot of damage to this medevac. I'm assuming. Looks like they're both going to chill. Tries to dip, but drops instead. See if he can take out a few more probes. He gets 3 more probes out of that. Medevac does go down, and looks like this will be easily cleaned up since they have been overstepped and unable to heal those Marines. So actually does pretty effective. And oh, I just missed it down here. He does another drop over here with just 3 Marines. And I think he got 1 probe out of that. Looks like he did react just in time. Medevac and Marines go down. And there's Widow Mine on the right corner here. Does get a good amount of probes from that, but the 2 cannons here easily protects his force right here. And as I'm just spacing out, nice Zealot harass in the 3rd base right here. Doesn't do a terrible amount of damage, but does just do enough to actually deny a little bit of mining time and deny any force coming in. Another 4 Zealots coming in to do some more harass. Looks like he's going to go around this time and try to do more damage to avoid the bunker. It looks like he's going to succeed. Terran's main army over here of PwTelivolts is actually on his newly built 4th, which is going to turn into a planetary fortress. It looks like these Zealots are doing a hell of a lot of damage to these SCVs. Well, maybe not the SCVs, a lot more than I thought. But denies a lot of mining time. A few more mules going down, 2 more mules not doing anything at all, so he's got to watch out for that. He's got to get these SCVs back to work in here. He's losing a lot of mineral time out of it. Supplies fairly even, 164 to 180. Well, 172 to 180 now. Or Terran and Protoss. 172 and 170 now. So very even. And let's see, it's a very Marauder-heavy army. Let's see, does he have anything to really counter? He's got a few Immortals, a nicely balanced army here. He's got Colossus, Immortal, Zealots, Stalkers. Yeah, that's a pretty balanced army, pretty scary one with that. 2 more Zealots warping into the top corner here. It looks like Ghosts are on the field for PwTelivolts, which could be very dangerous for this Protoss player. If he gets those EMPs off, he can destroy Protoss's Death Ball fairly quickly, especially with all those Marauders. Losing all of those shields, that basically takes him down to half health. There's a lot of Marauders there. How many Marauders is that? That is 30 Marauders and 20 Marines and 9 Ghosts versus 28 Zealots, 2 Mortals, 4 Colossus, 3 Stalkers, and 1 Flashbulb. Light bulb? Fuck, what are these things called? They're fucking light bulbs. They're fucking light bulbs. Okay. Looks like on the upgrade side of things. Oh, nice. Storm goes down. A few EMPs go off. Gets a nice shot out of these Colossus right here. But it looks like he, instead of going for the army, he's going straight for the 4th base to take that down. And that is surely going down quickly, and it is gone. And looks like I gotta bring these Marauders back. Loses a few of these Marauders here. He's got to be very careful. It's a very tight situation. High Templars are coming in. It looks like, is he going to drop those storms? Or who's going to drop what first? EMP does go down. Gets a lot of this army here. This is the time to attack now. All of his shields are down, especially the Immortals, so they can be taken down very quickly. But he has to be careful of those storms as well, so as I'm saying that, you gotta be careful. It looks like the Colossus has the range. Vikings are trying to do as much damage as they can. Doesn't take out a Colossus, but does take him down to seriously low health. Observer does come in and see if those Colossus... Actually, can he get those feedbacks on those Ghosts? Takes out 1 Ghost, 2 Ghosts, 3 Ghosts, 4 Ghosts. He has 2 ghosts left in his army. Storms go down. They're stuck on the whole position and doing a lot of damage. And Zealot's coming in to tank all that damage. Storm's doing a lot of damage. He dips with 4 Marauders, loses a few Vikings. I think most of his Vikings are there. He's only got 2 remaining and does minimal damage to the Protoss army. As I'm focusing on that battle right there, there was another, I think, small attack on this base right here. Let's see if he warps in a few more. Oh, he warps in a lot of Zealots right over here. 6 Zealots. He does have a Dark Shrine on the way. Looks like he's going to go Dark Templar soon. So while his main army is going down for his 4th, his 3rd is under attack by a bunch of Zealots. And it looks like up here as well, it looks like he maybe... that's a lot of, you know, perfect, beautiful storms. They're just running straight into it, doing so much damage, lowering all of these Marauders down to critical health, and these Immortal and Colossus are dealing so much damage, and it looks like Vikings finally take down the last Immortal Colossus right there. Zealot's ravishing the 3rd base. I think it took down all of the SCVs, take down the missile turret, which is important with DTs coming in. More Zealots coming in from the right side to deal a few more damage. Looks like if this orbital command is not healed quickly, he's going to lose that base as well. And then maybe one more supply depot. Mules are called down. Ghosts were in production, and looks like on the bottom run, the 5th here, he's going to try and do a little bit more damage. Looks like he might be able to take down that supply depot and that refinery, take out some of that gas production and supply. Looks like it's not going to be repaired at all. Yep. And a few more Zealots try to do... oh, I think a few DTs try to do a little more damage. A lot of ghosts in this army now. I think 13 ghosts, 8 Vikings, and 6 Marauders. That's a lot of ghosts. They do a lot of damage to light units, but unfortunately there's not a lot of light units in this army composition for Protoss. Looks like he's got them just for EMPs and snipe, which will take out those High Templars fairly quickly, but it looks like it didn't work in that one battle that was directly over here. Speaking of which, has his 4th base back up and a 5th base in production that's just started here. While 4 bases are being used, so looks like his natural is completely mined out. His main is getting very close to being mined out, so he's on 2 bases right now, which the 3rd base has been constantly under attack. Looks like DT has been warped. He's gonna try and sneak through and do a little bit more damage here. Let's see if he gets a few more SCVs. He gets 1 SCV, 2 SCVs, 3 SCVs, 4 SCVs. Almost gets a 5th. Nice trade there. He does get 5. Did I say 5 or 4? He gets some SCVs out of that. What's the count here? Oh my god. 46 workers killed to 39. So both sides have lost a shit ton of workers. So a lot of harass going on in this game. And unfortunately for Terran, he has stopped dropping completely. So he stopped harassing. Which should be extraordinarily good, especially in this base right here. In the top 3rd base, looks like Zealots have warped in again, trying to take out the supply depot and the bunker. And these heavily upgraded units here, is it upgraded here? Let's see. Looks like it's 3-3 and 2-3. It looks like both sides are going to be completely upgraded pretty soon enough. I mean, Terran already is, but looks like the Volts taken out the 5th base. While probes are currently transferring over there. And looks like he has done enough. Vikings taking out an observer. He sees his entire army over here, finds it best just to dip some more. Enough stalkers to take that out. Looks like more Zealots being warped in to do a little bit more damage. Does he get a lot? Looks like he's going to take down that bunker. Vikings, or are they going to be dropped to try and defend this? I don't think so. A few Marauders are trying to defend this right here. It's just the 1 Zealot. Looks like I missed another huge attack. Takes out the planetary fortress over here. And nice storms go down, destroying a lot of, killing a lot of ghosts right here. He only takes out a few units of Protosses. And looks like FrashQ is just taking this game. And his army looks crazy terrifying. A few of these Archons, Colossus, Immortals, Stalkers, Zealots. A nice, beautiful death ball, and I don't think. Oh, unfortunately, most of his units are. He's trying to harass. He's going to go to the bottom of the corner. Looks like Zealots are back up to the third, ravishing his base once again. Dips with his SCVs again, tries to save them at least, but he's going to do a lot of damage to his supply here. He's going to dip with all of these Marauders in the fourth base here, which I believe is going to do a lot of damage as well, since the Death Ball is currently in the middle of the map. There's nothing going to be warped in. He is going to go back and try to save it. Warping in a lot of Zealots, but they can take so much damage. He finally takes that out. I don't believe they have the DPS to take it out. The main force has come back down to destroy this army. I think feedbacks are not going to go, doesn't really matter. Stalkers take out the medevacs. So the Marauders are left on the island and just do a little bit more damage. But the fourth survives for FrashQ. There's just so much stuff going on. Zealots are being warped in to the top corner again. Looks like he's going to try and take out some more workers, but Marauders are already here to protect. But looks like he's just taking out some more. Looks like it's 57 workers killed compared to the 48 of PwTelivolts. And I don't think he's taken out any workers since like the mid-game. Currently we're at 30 minutes inside the game here. DTs are in here. He does... I don't think he got anything out of there. Warping in, I think, 3 more DTs. No, a DT and 2 Zealots. Constantly harassing over there. He's doing a lot of damage out on that third. The main force of Terran is coming back to trying to save his fourth, but unfortunately everything is taken out, possibly even the main base here. And it is nothing to repair just in time, and he does lose the fourth. And it looks like this force over here is doing some more damage. This is being annoying as hell, doing all of that damage. Oh my god, the DT is still there. He's left it behind. He's going to do so much damage. He's going to take out all of his SCVs if he's not careful, but it looks like he is going to. Nothing. I don't think he has enough. Oh, he has one scan. He does get the scan off. But he does. Oh, more Zealots coming in from the right side. Terran's main army is trying to take off his fifth, in which he does. But will he get all these probes? I think he will. Probes are on the attack command. He does lose so many probes out of his fifth here. And Zealot's doing kills all the SCVs on his third here, which is actually all mined out as well. So it looks like he no longer has a mining base besides what's left in his main, which I'm surprised hasn't been mined out already. He's trying to float down to his fourth. He really needs to get his mining. He's got no more mining going on. So his production has ceased. Completely ceased. He's making 2 Marauders. That's all the money he pretty much has for. He's got 25 minerals there. 4,200 gas, but unfortunately hasn't been able to really use his gas, as he's been harassed so often. He's been just making Marauders, which only costs 25 minerals. I mean gas. Looks like a huge battle going down right over here, and it looks like the storms just absolutely destroy everything, and it's just GG from our Terran player. He couldn't keep up with all that harassing that's coming from the Protoss player from this single pylon that lasted just about the entire freaking game. It was just too much from FrashQ. That harass. Oh my god, that harass was insanely good. Whew, great game, guys. Fantastic game. That was a really fucking awesome game. This is, I think, my 13th cast. I just want to say I really enjoyed this game. It's a really high-level game here. Critique my cast. Tell me how I did. I really appreciate it. I want to get better at casting. It's been really fun so far, and I want to do some more casts. So please send more of your casts to rcastit on reddit.com. I'll see you there. Okay, and GG.